In this video, we shall see the concept of characteristic polynomial and prove Cayley-Hamilton theorem. First, we define what is characteristic polynomial. Let Px equal to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus an xn be a polynomial over a field f. Over a field f means these coefficients a naught, a1, a2, an are coming from f. Let A be a square matrix over F, means entries of A are coming from F. We define P of A to be equal to, it's a polynomial in A, it will be a matrix, and this matrix is equal to A naught I plus A1A plus A2A square and so on up to A to the power n. We say that A is a root of this polynomial Px if P of A becomes the zero matrix. For example, if A is this 2 by 2 matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, then you can check that A square minus 5A plus 2I is equal to 0, zero matrix. And so A is a root of this quadratic polynomial x square minus 5x plus 2. Now we define what is characteristic polynomial of A. So let A be a square matrix of order n over F. The determinant of this matrix lambda in minus A, in is square matrix of identity square matrix of order n. Determinant of this matrix is called the characteristic polynomial of A. We denote this characteristic polynomial by delta lambda or delta x. So delta lambda is equal to determinant of delta in minus A, and this delta lambda is a polynomial of degree n. We can see that if A is a 2 by 2 matrix, then delta lambda will be equal to the determinant of lambda I2 minus A. Lambda I2 minus A becomes this one, lambda minus 1 minus 3 minus 4 lambda minus 5. If we evaluate this determinant, then this turns out to be this one, lambda square minus 6 lambda minus 7, which is a polynomial of degree 2 in lambda. Similarly, if A is of order n, then this determinant is a polynomial of degree n, and this delta lambda is called the characteristic polynomial of A. Now we prove Cayley-Hamilton theorem. This theorem says that every square matrix is a root of its characteristic polynomial. That means it will satisfy this its characteristic polynomial. So let delta lambda be equal to determinant of lambda I minus A, the characteristic polynomial of A, and suppose it is of degree n, so suppose it is equal to a naught plus a1 lambda plus a2 lambda square and so on up to lambda raised to power n. Highest degree coefficient will always be 1. Let B lambda be equal to adjoint of this matrix lambda I minus A. By definition of adjoint of a matrix, the entries in B lambda are cofactors of the matrix lambda I minus A. So each entry is a polynomial of degree less equal to n minus 1. We can see this by this example. Suppose A is this 2 by 2 matrix 1, 2, 2, 3. Then lambda I minus A will be equal to lambda 0, 0 lambda minus 1, 2, 2, 3. This is equal to lambda minus 1 minus 2 lambda minus 3. and what we are taking b lambda as adjoint of lambda I minus a. So here in this example, b lambda will be adjoint of this 2 by 2 matrix, and then at that adjoint turns out to be this matrix. If you take the adjoint of this matrix, we will get this one. So b lambda is this one. Now we can write b lambda as this way: b naught plus b1 lambda plus and so on bn minus 1 lambda raised to power n minus 1, where each bi is a square matrix of order n and it is also independent of lambda. Again, we can see this with this example. We have considered b lambda was this one, so we will write this as a polynomial in lambda, this matrix. So we write this way: in the first entry we have lambda minus 3. In the second entry we are not having the coefficient of lambda, so we take that coefficient as 0. So we write 2 as 0 plus 2. Again this 2 is written as 0 plus 2, and this lambda minus 1 is lambda minus 1. Then we can write this matrix in this way as a sum of these two matrices. This first matrix can be written as lambda into this matrix and plus this matrix. So this is lambda times b1 plus b naught. So we have written b lambda this way, lambda b1 plus b naught. Similarly, this b lambda can be written in this way. Now we know that A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant A times I matrix. Therefore, using this result, we can say that lambda I minus A into adjoint of lambda I minus A is equal to determinant lambda I minus A times I. Lambda I minus A as it is, and adjoint of lambda I minus A is b lambda. Right hand side is as it is. Now we shall put the value of b lambda here. So putting the value of b lambda here, we get this one, and the right hand side we have here determinant of lambda I minus a, that is the characteristic polynomial of a, so that is replaced by this one times I. So now these two sides are polynomial in lambda, polynomial matrix polynomial. So these two must be same. So each coefficient of lambda must be same. So equating coefficients of like powers of lambda, we get bn minus 2 minus b a bn minus 1 equal to an minus 1 I, and so on, b naught minus a b1 equal to a1 I, and minus a b naught equal to a naught I. Now multiplying this equation by a to the power n, we get this one. Multiplying this equation by a to the power n minus 1, we get this relation, and so on. Multiplying this equation by a, we get this one, and this is as it is. So we get these equations. Now we are adding these equations. So you see that a b naught is cancels with this one, minus a square b naught will cancel here, and so on, and this one cancel with this one. So the left hand side becomes 0. So LHS is 0, and on the right hand side we have a naught I plus a1a and so on, an minus 1 an minus 1, then an I, and this is nothing but delta a, characteristic polynomial with a, and so delta a is equal to 0, and so a satisfies its characteristic polynomial. This result says that similar matrices have the same characteristic polynomial. So suppose A is similar to B, then by definition B will be equal to P inverse AP for some invertible matrix P. Now characteristic polynomial of B is equal to determinant of lambda I minus B. Put the value of B here, that is P inverse AB. Lambda I we can write down as P inverse lambda IP, because lambda I is a scalar matrix, it will commute with P, so P and P inverse cancel each other. This P inverse lambda IP and minus P inverse AP can be written this way, P inverse lambda I minus A times P. Now we know that determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A multiplied by determinant of B. So this determinant is equal to determinant of P inverse, determinant of lambda I minus A and determinant of P. These are real numbers, so we can commute them. So P inverse cancels with this P. So we are left with determinant of lambda I minus A, and this is nothing but characteristic polynomial of A. So these two are equal. So similar matrices have the same characteristic polynomial.